and we are here today to give you a very quick presentation about the importance of good writing. So I highly recommend that you focus during this, and there may or may not be prizes at the end of the test if you were listening. But yeah, whether you're planning on going to college or planning to go straight into career, good writing is essential.
Hello, my name is Jack Mayako, and I'm here to talk to you about why good writing is really important. So really, it's just a big difference between really everything in the world and humans. We're able to communicate and just show our history. It's also, good writing is essential. It's one of the main things that shows a lot about you. It really applies to you in any career that's out there, just to show to different companies and talk about everything you're doing. And then it really makes you look credible. Just allows you to communicate with everyone and everything that you're trying to talk to.
So I'm Kate, and so I'm going to kind of talk about how to write professionally and well. And many of you are in this. We decided that we are going to look at resumes and emails because we feel that that's relevant to you guys and where you're at with your careers or schooling and whatnot. So starting with resumes, you want to make sure that your resume is clean, concise, and to the point. If you're applying to a job with 1,000 applicants or a job at Monsanto, there's likely going to be many applicants, and they're not going to have a ton of time to look at your resume, so they will need to get that information quickly. So on your resume, you should have your name, your information, contact info, usually 2 forms, your email and your phone number. Objectives, this is going to specify to your job or your school or whatever you're applying to. You're going to tailor that to what you're doing. Education, obviously you're going to put down your high school now, but in the future if you go to college, you'll add your college information and whatnot. And then experiences.
If you're sleeping, the job probably won't notice you.
Yeah.
Resumes are super, super important.
Yeah, and so for experiences, make sure that you have anything that's important to your job. If it's volunteer work or whatnot, put that down. But don't put too much information down. Don't put stuff from middle school. Have it relevant to where you are now with your life. Going on to emails, you're going to write emails. I personally write emails every day, and you most likely will. As boring as it might be sometimes, it's just the way of life. So it's important to have a good professional email. Starting off with your subject line, you want to make it concise of what your email is about in less than a sentence. Then you're going to go into your greeting. You want, depending on how formal it is, it's Miss, dear, or hello, and then you want to make sure that you're using the correct title of who you're speaking to. So if they're a doctor, you want to make sure you give them that recognition. Length, don't write a novel. You don't need a novel in email. That's not important. You want to just have it to the point and all the information that you need. Spelling and grammar. That is a huge red flag. If you have spelling errors, that's not going to look very good for you. So double check your writing, have a friend check it, have your parent check it, whoever it is, just double check. I personally use Grammarly. It's an app that you can get on Chrome and whatnot. It tells me what I did wrong and helps me fix everything. Lastly, going into your signature, you're going to use, sincerely, warm regards, best, and then usually your signature includes your name, your affiliation with your job or your school or whatnot, and then your phone number.
Cool. So resumes, keep them straight to the point. They could make you stand out. Emails, make sure that they're professional even if they don't seem that important. But yeah, these are a couple of things that I think could really help you develop your career and help you stand out amongst other competition and other future potential employees. So take this, and I hope the best for you guys after your college or high school career.
So we have a little question for you. So if you can get it.
What are 3 things for a prize that you should always have on your resume?
Anybody? No? Yeah, we'll eat the skills ourselves then, if nobody wants them.
Okay. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
For 7 hours.
So that was just about perfect on the timing.
Oh my gosh, that killed.
It's pretty harsh, huh?
I'm
didn't want
so
any
sorry you
skills?
have to do that every day.
I need to pull your clip and you didn't even look up.
Q&A, right?
And look over it after.
Q&A, right?
Yes, Q&A.
Does anybody have any questions about resumes or writing or Monsanto?
It's a resume.
A resume is what you're going to use to apply to jobs or even schools. It kind of gives you a brief introduction of who you are, where you're from, what education and experience backgrounds you have.
It's weird. I was just talking to the manager at McDonald's, and she said I could start working as long as I showed up. I mean, nobody wants to work up here in this joint, right? I mean, it's North St. Louis, for God's sake.
Yeah, well, you know, if eventually you would like to move on, move up in the world, you will need resume.
You know, I think this is all a bunch of BS. You know what I mean? I mean, how's this going to help me feed my kid? She's coming out in a month from now, and this school is hardly worth my time.
These things are very small and they seem almost irrelevant at this point in your life probably, but as you continue to grow up and continue to get more into the professional world, I think these small minor things could really help progress you to a better paying job where you could feed your daughter and you could
So
give
she's
them
going
a
to
life.
starve in the meantime? My aunties won't like that.
Maybe if you bring a resume to McDonald's, they'll give you a promotion.
You really have to think about it as like a nice house. You know, you got to
Nice
build
house?
it with a solid foundation. If you don't have a strong
What's a nice
foundation,
house look like?
what?
Well, I mean, we live in an apartment, right?
Right.
Right.
But eventually, you know, if you want a nicer things and a nicer house, you have to start with a solid base.
Maybe Mom will pay the rent next month, I'm not sure. We're done. Pretty harsh, huh?
Yes.
You guys did a great job.
Thank you.
So
Well done.
hard.
It is hard, isn't it?
I would
Yeah.
clap
Made me
back
so
hard if I
uncomfortable,
was
Ralph.
a teacher.
All right.
You did great work. Way to go.